friends. Yeah, we don't really know how long is this crisis going to take or how is this going to end up, good or bad, but I feel like I just cannot carry on without testing these ND filters, which are totally required for pandemic survival. I ordered the set from China, obviously, and obviously it took forever to get them via whatever postage services they have, but at least they didn't cost that much, therefore I like them. They are good if you'd like a filter to go down a few stops, 3 the most is my guess. But if you want to use them for your, let's say, motorcycle ride or I don't know, snowboarding, whenever everything is overcast, or at the beach when you go surfing, then yeah, they're good. I'm pretty sure you're kind of excited to see the whole video and to see the scientific testing that I've done. So yeah, let's get on to it. Judging by the price, which is less than 20 bucks, I feel like they're just some smoking glass, same as they use for metal welding glasses or for sun eclipse glasses. The case is a plastic box with foam in it, which is good for transportation purposes. I suppose I could smash the box and I wouldn't be able to wreck them. There are 3 of them in the box, ND4, ND8 and ND16. They reduce the amount of visible light that enters the lens by allowing the user to utilize wider apertures at lower or slower shutter speeds, particularly in bright conditions, and they can reduce flare and ghosting and produce sharp contrast and well-balanced color. They could be used for portraits, obviously if you would shoot portraits with your GoPro, but who knows. They can reduce the depth of field, producing pleasant background blur while keeping the subject in sharp focus. The producer states they are made with high-grade multi-coated optical glass, and the frame is made out of a special edition anodized aluminum frame. What are ND filters anyways? ND filters are supposed to help you decrease the shutter speed, which in the daylight is very hard given the brightness conditions. Why would you need to reduce the shutter speed in the first place? Well, in case you're shooting a video, if you want to give the viewer the impression that the footage is real, you need that motion blur that could be easily captured at a slower shutter speed. If you're taking photos, you'd need an ND filter to decrease the shutter speed to get a certain amount of blurriness in areas that are catchy because they're unusual to be blurred. Most of the time, you'd want to show a certain color in the sky or motion of the water waves. Simply put, you want to emphasize on the subject. Let's take this example. You'd want to show a person in the crowd and you want to have the person still and the crowd moving. You'd have to slow your shutter speed down to 1/20th and ask the person to stand still. How could you slow your shutter speed this much when the lowest sensitivity of your sensor could be ISO 32 if you're lucky? And if you could go this low, you wouldn't be watching this video, obviously. Don't ask. If you go ISO 32 equivalent, you still be overexposed at 1/20th of a second, so you need something to darken the landscape. That's when come in handy these ND filters. Here is an example on how the exposure looks on video. From left to right you should be seeing a difference in motion. For this example I set the GoPro on 24 frames per second, ISO minimum 100 and maximum 200. These filters won't make the sky in your images look darker since the glass is not polarized. So no super enhanced colors and contrast just by using these filters. So any photos or video you would see implying that the sky is captured darker straight out of GoPro is a misleading statement. In the end, I'd like to express my sincere condolences to the people who have passed away from COVID-19 and their families. I sincerely hope that those who are affected and who are in difficult conditions will recover as soon as possible. I sincerely hope that those who are affected and who are in difficult conditions will recover as soon as possible. That being said, thank you for taking the time to watch my take on these Chinese cheap filters. My conclusion is, yeah, buy them because they're cheap and you won't use them for professional work anyways. Peace.